So hello everyone, welcome to another video from PyNet Labs. So in today's video, we are actually going to discuss about DHCP. So most of us might already know what DHCP is. For those who don't know, DHCP actually stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. And the purpose of DHCP is that it provides configuration to clients in your network. And by configuration, I mean valid IP addresses. So it provides IP address to clients in network. Okay. So whenever a PC boots, so whenever a computer in your network starts up, so basically in order to participate in network communication, it requires something that is known as the IP address. So we all know without IP address, the PCs or any device cannot connect. So let's say this is my client. And let's say this one here is my DHCP server. Okay. So when this device starts, so it sends a couple of messages in order to get information, in order to get configuration from DHCP. So the first message that it actually sends is something that is known as discover message. So it might send a discover message that is intended for the DHCP server requesting, saying that it requires or asking for IP address and configuration. So once the DHCP server receives the information, so DHCP server generates another message which is intended for this very client. Now this message is actually the offer message. So this message is the offer message where the DHCP is actually offering a valid IP address to the client, and if the client is suitable or if the client is okay to use a certain IP, so what it does, it sends a request message. So it sends a request message back to the DHCP server, and the DHCP server in turn sends the acknowledgement. Okay, so that means like with the acknowledgement, the particular IP is allocated to the client. So this is how our DHCP works.
If you enjoyed the content of the video, don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel.
Okay, so DHCP automatically assigns IP addresses. So it also helps us in reducing administrative time. So you don't actually have to configure multiple PCs on your network with a valid IP address configuration. So in place of you, the DHCP actually does the work. So the DHCP automatically assigns IP address to all of your hosts. And here, there is less chances of any configuration error. So many a times what happens, you might accidentally configure some wrong IP on any of your client, and because of which that very particular client may not be able to participate in the network. So with DHCP, we can ensure like we may not be sending any wrong configuration, or with like say we may not be configuring any wrong thing, or say one of the PCs or any PCs in my network may not be getting any wrong IP address with the DHCP. And when it comes to DHCP, there are quite a lot of things under DHCP. So the first thing that we saw is something that is known as scope, or something that is known as pool. Now this scope or pool is basically a range of IPs that I'm going to allocate. And another thing about this scope and pool under DHCP is something that we have like DHCP option. So it not only provides a DHCP not only provides IP addresses, but it also provides the information to the gateway, like how we can reach the gateway. And it also provides information like the DNS option, like which is the DNS. And many times it can also provide you the information like the NTP server, like the TFTP server, things like that. So that is why we say the DHCP option. So when we are configuring DHCP, you can configure a scope pool, okay, or either a scope. It is referred as different names at different implementation. And with this, we can configure a DHCP. So we can also configure a router as a DHCP. As you might have already know, you can actually configure the DHCP role on your router. or you can specifically configure a separate server as well. Okay, so this is the two ways in which we can implement or configure the DHCP. So right now I would like to go ahead and start with the lab. So we will be following a few things. So first of all, we will be configuring a DHCP. Okay, then we will be configuring something that is known as DHCP relay. Okay, so many times what happens, like the DHCP server is centralized, so we might be part of a different network, and because of some resource constraint we may not have enough servers to be deployed at every network. So what we can do, we can configure a central DHCP server, and that central DHCP server is kind of like responsible for distributing IP addresses to every single host in our network. Okay, so let's see, let's try to create a lab here, and I will show you, I will demonstrate you like how a DHCP actually works. So as you might be able to see, like this is my kind of like my network implementation on the lab that we are going to see. And here in the left hand side, you can see we have a DHCP server, and the purpose of this DHCP server is to allocate IP address to the clients that are available in the three networks here. So we have some number of clients in my network number one. I have a number of clients on my network number two, and I have a few of clients on my network number three. And the purpose of the DHCP is to allocate proper IP addresses to each of this network. And as you might be able to see on the screen, that I have also labeled the IP address that I want to use on the specific networks that I have. So first of all, I have already configured my routers and everything. So as you can see, my networks is working totally fine. So every device here is kind of like reachable. So I can ping between these two routers just to confirm that the connectivity does exist. So all I need to do is I have to start with my DHCP configuration. So I'm not using a router as a DHCP, rather I have configured an actual server, or I have taken a physical server for the DHCP purpose. Now I'm just going to open the console here. I'm taking access of my DHCP server. So the first time when you access a server, this is what it looks like. So here we have a physical representation. And the first thing that you do is you go to the desktop and you configure an IP address to the DHCP server. Now you can configure any range here. Just you have to keep in mind, like it should be able to, it should be reachable from the router that we have. So I'm here configuring the IP address of 192.168.10.100, and the subnet mask is automatically being resolved. And here also I'm providing the gateway of my network. Okay, this is the IP address of my router. Once you're done with configuring the IP address on your DHCP, you can move on towards the services, and you can select the DHCP. As you can see here, we have the DHCP service, and by default this DHCP service is currently off. So let's say, let's try to create some pools here. So I will be creating a pool, let's say I would like to create a pool for my network one. So here I have like the network one, and the default gateway that I would like to use is 192.168.10.1. And right now I don't have a DNS. So let me just put up a dummy DNS, something like 8.8.8. And the starting IP address that I wish to start from the IP address of 2. So I will be using the IP address 2 here. So I would like to distribute the IP address from 192.168.2. And the subnet mask is as usual. And let's say, let me change the number of devices into something like 50 or something. And that's all I have to do. And I can click on this save button. Okay, fine. I just here, as you can see, we have the network one pool ready. And just like that, I have to create multiple pools because this server will be used for the rest of my network as well. So I'm just changing the addresses here, as I know the rest of the things would be same. So here we have the network 2, and just like that, I have to create one for network 3 as well. So I'm just changing the IP addresses here, and that's it. So as you can see, I have total of 3 pools here. So before going on further, before proceeding with the lab, I would suggest you to make sure that you cross check the configurations here, that you have provided all the valid information into your configuration. And once you're sure that you have configured the right thing, you can click on this on thing, and now your DHCP server is ready. Now to check this thing, what you have to do is you just click on any of the client here. So I'm starting with PC0, going into IP address. As you can see, no IP address has been configured. So I'm here selecting DHCP. And we are going to wait for a while. As you can see, the IP address has been successfully provided. Okay, let me try it on the other PC. Okay, so this is also resolved. And just like that, I have to just go to every single PC here and I have to resolve this thing, or I have to enable DHCP on every single PC. So that is one thing that you have to do manually. So my first network is somehow configured. So as you might be able to see that we have successfully configured the IP addresses onto our every PC in the network number 1. And the same thing I have to do on the second network also. But before I proceed here with the second network, I have to configure something that is known as the DHCP relay. Now, if you know about router, so what actually happens in a router basically doesn't allow broadcast. Okay, so if there is a broadcast from a local area network, and if that broadcast is trying to be reached to other networks, so what does the router do? Router basically stops the broadcast here. So if my PCs here are requesting for DHCP messages, now they generate a DHCP broadcast message, that is the discover message, and that discover message is generally forwarded to every single port that is connected by the switch. Okay, so here the router is basically denying the broadcast from going outside the network. So what we have to do, we have to configure DHCP relay on the rest of our routers so that whatever network information might be coming will be forwarded to the destination. So what I have to do, I just have to go into this very router and I have to configure the relay agent. Okay, so let's say I'm onto my router here. And if I run the command like do show IP interface brief, here you can see like the interface details of my router. So this is the interface that is actually connecting me to my local area network. So what I need to do, I have to enable the DHCP relay agent on this very interface. So I'm going on to the interface gig 0x2. And here I'm mentioning IP helper address. And I'm here mentioning the IP address of my DHCP. So this was the IP address that I did mention. And that's it. So let me exit from here. And you can save this configuration as well. And now once you're done here, now we can go to the clients. Let's give it a while. And we can move on towards the client. Let's try to configure the DHCP. So as you can see, I'm receiving the DHCP messages. So even though I don't have a local DHCP on my network number 2, but still somehow I'm actually receiving the DHCP configuration from the first network, or from the DHCP server actually. And this is possible because we did enable the DHCP relay. So whatever DHCP requests are being received by my router number 2, here the middle router is actually being forwarded to the DHCP server. Okay, so you just need to ensure that the routing is enabled and is working fine if you want to make use of the DHCP relay. Now I only have the third router remaining. So in the third router as well, we have to make the same configuration. So here, I just have to check on with the interfaces. So as you can see, to show IP interface brief, these are all the interfaces that I have configured. Now the local area interface, or the interface which is connecting me to local area network, is this one. Gig 0x1. So I'm going into gig 0x1, and here also I'm mentioning IP helper address followed by the DHCP IP address. And that's about it. So you can save this thing, and we can go to the third network as well here, and I can enable the DHCP. So here also you can see that the IP address is being provided. And that's how we are going to configure on the rest of the interfaces as well. Sorry, rest of the devices. So here also my IP address is working. And the second last PC here. So here also my DHCP is working. And the last one is this. Okay. So that's all about it. So that's how you basically configure a DHCP. So in big networks or enterprise network also, they have a separate DHCP server, and through that server we are basically taking out or managing the IP addresses that is being allocated to the different devices. And DHCP relay actually helps us in connecting to distance DHCP server. So suppose if you say like you don't have a DHCP server local to your network and you might be receiving the information from your ISP or say some other service provider. So what actually happen, you have to configure something like the DHCP relay on your router such that it can relay the DHCP messages all the way towards the destination. So for this video, that was all about the DHCP. So do let us know if you want to learn about any new or any other topic in CCNA, CCNP. Thank you everyone. See you in the next video.